Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Let's take a look at how we can use the options chain for guidance on our futures trading. This is the SPX options chain. Expiration was today. And when we came into the room earlier, at that time the SPX was actually down here or between 3205 and 3200. And we were looking at this chain, and based on open interest and volume, we were thinking that the 3215 area would be a good area for to close this. That would leave all of these calls out of the money and all of these puts out of the money. And looking at the numbers, looked like based on that, they could take is the most number of options out of the money somewhere in this 32.15 range. And at the time, it was still early. We had several hours to go, and we said then, okay, well, this is probably somewhere near where we're gonna want to close, but that they could take it both lower and or higher first, and then finish somewhere right here in this neighborhood. And you can see they pinned this sucker right at 32.15 today. But they were behaving themselves, and everything pretty much played out the way we were thinking it would play out. Because you go back here, and when we first started talking about it, we were somewhere right here in this area. And you can see they went ahead and they dropped the ES lower, and then they pulled it back higher, and then they chopped it sideways right into the close. And they pretty much put everything, exactly about where we figured they were going to close it. Looking at the 30-minute chart, this chart was in a downtrend today, but the ES was really, really sloppy. I mean, we were definitely in a downtrend, making lower highs, lower lows the whole time. But look at all these bottoming tails today. And we pushed down, left big bottoming tail, pushed up, back down, big bottoming tail, reversal doji, bottoming tails all over the place. Again, overall in a downtrend, making lower highs, lower lows the whole way down, but it was really, really sloppy trading today. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Honestly, kind of trading that makes me crazy. But again, in a downtrend, and pretty much played out the way we thought. Again, we came into the room for the afternoon session right here in this area. They made the big push up, they made the big push down, and then pulled it back and closed it right about where the options chain was suggesting would be a good place to close it. Now, that doesn't work all the time, but when we're trading, the advantage to that is it kind of gives us an idea of what our expectations should be for the day. We know that if the option chain is suggestion we're going to close in one area, we know that the chances of giant rips one way or the other are less. Not that they can't move it one way or the other and then pull it back into there. We just know that we're probably not going to make a 50, 60 point run to the downside, even though this chart was bearish, knowing that the option chain was suggesting that they close more back up here in this area. So while this definitely was a bearish chart, we had this reversal doji right here and a pretty decent push to the downside. Our expectations weren't to go a whole lot lower and or to stay down there, because again, the option chain was suggesting we were going to come back. So just a little tool, not 100% accurate, but a tool that we can use that just kind of helps set our expectations for the day.